We're now joined by the winner of today's Tennessee Lottery 250, Kyle Busch, driver of the number 54 M&M's Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. 100th victory today in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Kyle, big win for you, but you really had to earn it in the last few laps there between you and Justin Allgaier. What a battle it was there at the end of the race.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much, I guess. Had a couple parts of that, but overall, just I knew that our car was really good, really fast, and if we could just get clear of those guys and I could run my own line and hit my own marks and stuff, that I'd have the opportunity to drive away. And our car was a little bit better on the longer runs. It wouldn't really fire off for about 5, but once we got about 10 laps in, it would really just keep going and be much faster than the rest of the guys. So great car. Everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing, thank you. Toyota, Mark Cronquist in the engine shop. I haven't mentioned his name in an awful long time, but he deserves it. And M&M's, of course, for their participation and sponsoring us for my last couple of years in Xfinity racing and being able to get to this 100 mark. So really special, and great day for all the teams that I've worked with over the times. One of them, the crew chiefs that I had back in my 05 season, 06 season, came over and from Hendrick Motorsports and came and said hello. So real nice to have worked with all those guys and get to where I'm at today.
Okay, we're going to open up for questions. We got a couple mic runners back over here, Tucker.
Tucker White, Last Word on Sports. Kyle, what did you and your team see with tire wear, given all the talk about tires cording during the tire test back in March?
Yeah, I don't think we had much tire wear this time around. That resin or whatever they did to the racetrack in order to get the tires to adhere and put rubber down was very helpful, very useful. It definitely did exactly what they were looking for and was able to persevere tire life. We weren't really wearing tires out, it didn't seem. I don't know what, I think there was a guy who had a flat, probably due to excessive brake heat, just with how heavy you are on the brakes here, with how fast you can go down the straightaways and how tight these corners are and how much you kind of slide through the corners. So overall, though, I felt like the tire was probably, in my opinion, a little on the conservative side. That's kind of the way it always tends to be. Better that way than one of the uglier races we've had years ago, blowing tires out.
And between you and Austin Cindric in the first 2 stages of the race, what allowed the leader to just pull away from the field like you and Austin Cindric did?
Clean air. It's just Dover's the same way. You look at these concrete racetracks and they're just very, in my opinion, it's like the grip level, the tire to the grip level of the track is very peaky. So as you're running up the grip level and getting to the peak, it just falls off on the backside if you over push it or you slip or something like that. And so, when you're catching somebody, if the guy in front of you is running right on that peak, you can't. There's nothing else for you to get to be able to run faster than that guy. So, dirty air plays a huge role. I felt like I should have been able to run Austin down there. I was a tenth or half a tenth faster than him a couple laps, and then he would get a couple tenths faster than me, and then I'd run him back down. Like, it was just kind of an accordion effect there of not being able to close the gap. But good cars, when they get out front, just are going to be hard to catch.
Jenna Fry right here, to my right.
Kyle, was the track like you remembered it?
Yeah, no, it really was. Actually, it was very racy. I felt like way racier than I remember Nashville being in the past. We used to come here. I mean, it was always bottom lane, be on the bottom, and if you ever got off the bottom, you were pretty much getting past, and that's the way it kind of looked like at the end. But the beginning and the middle part of the race, you can move around. You can enter way high and come down to the middle. You could stay high wherever you wanted to be. So way wider than I remember it being.
Tough practice in the Cup side for the Toyotas. Can you get better for tomorrow, and can today help tomorrow?
I don't know. I thought about that same thing myself. I'm like, how can we correlate what we're doing on the Xfinity side and being so good and being so fast in the Xfinity to being able to put that stuff in a Cup car? But it just doesn't connect like that. So it's not that simple. But yeah, flat out we suck. So tomorrow's gonna be a rough day.
Lee.
Thank you.
Spencer.
SpencerRacingVoice.com. First of all, congratulations. Hell of an accomplishment. Your brother was on the sidelines and watching all this and just taking it in, and he reflected on you guys starting at the bowl ring again. And I know that that's kind of a, it's a topic that just comes up every time you guys have one of those milestones. But Do you just reflect on what you've been able to accomplish in such a short period of time since coming to the sport?
Not really. I mean, if you, it's going to be negative, of course, but if you look back on the last 10 years with all the limitations, I mean, hell, I probably could have made that number 150 by now, or 160, 70, whatever. But, you know, with everything that kind of went down and only being able to run 5 a year, whatever, it's 100 now. And technically, they kept me here probably a lot longer. I would have been done a long time ago at 100. But, you know, reflecting on it, looking back on it, is it cool? Yeah, absolutely. I remember being a kid watching the 60 car and Mark Martin just dominate every weekend and wondering to myself, can anybody run with this guy? And that was 49 wins, you know. So I just can't really fathom, I guess, right now myself what 100 really means. But, you know, it would certainly be something to look back on, I guess, once it's all said and done, and I'm in my rocking chair somewhere.
And did Brexton, did he shower you with water, or was that rowdy?
No, it was water, yeah. This stuff gets a little sticky in the heat, so it's very hydrating, though. You should try it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bob?
Bob Parkhurst, Fox Sports. You talk about 100, and so you obviously have your races this year, and then did you say Joe Gibbs has sold races for you next year? And do you now tell him, okay, don't sell anymore, or what?
So I haven't necessarily had those discussions with Joe or Pern, but from my understanding is there may not be anything sold next year. So this might be it. 2 more. Yep, finish out this year.
And you're good with that?
I'm good with that. No. Did you hear the crowd? Nobody likes me here, so peace out. Bye-bye. If you want to pay me to quit on the Cup side, bring it all, and I'll be gone.
And
Why would I not race Xfinity? I get beat up, whether it's the fans or here. Like, why am I doing it? What am I doing it for? Why am I beating up on the little kids and all that BS? Huh? I love winning. If I can't win on the Cup side, hell, I might quit there and come back and run Xfinity full time.
and
Oh, did you see him when Allgaier took the lead? I actually did look up. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I passed him back for the lead, and they all sat down. And I was like, ha-ha.
They were pretty, I mean, they were pretty gracious when you won.
Right on. You need to come out there next time.
I have his follow.
Right here in the,
Wait.
right in the center.
Russ,
Bob.
I'm sorry, Bob, one more. For
Bob,
Mr.
go ahead.
Parkhurst.
you obviously pretended that you were going to smash the guitar. I was curious, is that to engage those who dislike you? Is that just to show that you can make fun of what happened 10 years ago? What was kind of the motivation behind that?
See all of the above. Yeah. That's all I got for you, man. It's just, yeah, having a little fun. I mean, what's the harm in having a little bit of fun, you know? So it's is what it is, and it happened, and today it didn't. So we'll move on, and I guess I don't have to give pieces out to the rest of my crew guys. Maybe I'll just buy whole ones for the guys that were on this 100th win and let them have their own whole one.
Right here in the center aisle here.
Daniel McFadden, FrenchRace.com. Looking back on your 100 Xfinity wins, which are the ones that mean the most to you?
Dude, I don't even know. I forgot more than I did. Let's see. I would say obviously win number 1 was cool. You know, anytime you win your first one, so that was good. That was 2004 Richmond. There was a few that I missed that would have been really cool. Like winning at Charlotte in my first one, I finished second. That would have been cool. Damn Kenseth. Those Cup guys, they shouldn't run Xfinity. I don't know why they do. I can't. The 49th one, passing Mark. Mark was there. I think that was that Loudon? I believe that was my 100th overall, you know, NASCAR win. So that one was really cool. You know, some of the dominating ones that we had, I think we led all the laps. Was it IRP or somewhere? I led all the laps or something. So, you know, just stuff like that. Just being able to, you know, have some real dominating days, and all the time. The 13 win season in was that 10? I think that was 10. That was really, really cool. So just hard to pinpoint more than that. Obviously, the ones that are a part of the Bristol sweep were really cool. You know, getting the triple at Bristol twice.
Do you remember at what point you started doing your bow? Like, what made you start doing that?
I think the bow would have been the first race. I think I did the bow was in the Lowe's car at Charlotte when I won there. That would have been 2000. I think it was 2004. Yeah, did I win 2004 at Charlotte? Anybody who said that?
Yeah, I did.
2004
You did.
Charlotte.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it was. It was like my second or third series win, and I did the bow that day. So it started really, really early.
Do you know why you wanted to do it?
Yeah, so I'm from Las Vegas, grew up there. Obviously, Vegas is known for its shows, Vegas shows, and anytime a show is over, all the performers come out and do a bow to the crowd, and so that was kind of my thing, like bow to the crowd after the show and putting on a good performance. Winning.
Since you gave the information, we're going to let you have the next question.
Yeah. I just double-checked Racing Reference, and yes, you did win Charlotte in May of '04. Stephen Toronto, CBS Sports. Kyle, on your front stretch interview, you actually did make a reference to some of the partners that have been with you over the course of these 100 wins. Z-Line Designs, I know, stood out. There were a couple others as well. I know some of them aren't in the sport anymore, but have you maintained those relationships, and have they said anything to you about this milestone coming up and this milestone you have now achieved?
Joe, do you have my phone? How many messages are on it? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so a couple of them I have. Jim Sexton from Z-Line, he texted me or emailed me a few years ago. I haven't heard from him in a little bit. But Rick Dreiling from Dollar General, him and I have remained really good friends. He's been a huge supporter of mine over the years and a great friend. So I talk to him every now and again, probably every 3 months or so. Robert Niblock from Lowe's, he was the CEO of Lowe's when I was driving the Lowe's car. So him and I have remained in touch. And so, yeah, there's definitely a few of them that I still remain, I wouldn't say close to, but at least acquaintances.
All right, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jerry?
Jerry Jordan, kicking the turnstile net. Kyle, obviously saw Kurt come into victory lane. You guys hugged, embraced. What did he say to you, and what does that mean to you to have that relationship like that with your brother now?
I mean, it's better now than it was in '07, right? He's welcome. I mean, I did give him his sponsor. So, yeah, I mean, he came to Victory Lane and was obviously, warm welcome and, congratulations, that sort of thing. Just, talking about like, it's been a long while from where we came from and way different days now than it once was. But he's proud of me and what all I've been able to do and, really cool to share in that moment. Wish Mom and Dad were here, but, we'll see him this week, I'm sure.
Chris?
Yeah, Kyle. I just was wondering, post-COVID, what was it like to have Brexton and Victory Lane, the team in Victory Lane? I mean, it seems like a crucial element, and obviously this is an important victory for you.
Yeah, definitely. No, the 100th win would have sucked in last year.
Yeah.
So kind of is good that it happened now in this time frame and being able to have people back. Being in Victory Lane and having the team guys there, doing a cool photo with all of them and the team that was here for the 100th win and. Of course, having Samantha and Brexton there as well, too, is really special, just being able to celebrate with them. Dang it, I forgot. I was going to throw them up today. I forgot. Dang it. I guess I'll have to do it later. He's heavier now, though. So we'll see how high I can make him fly.
Is it fair to say that you've had those hats for over a year, then?
Which ones? This one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't make these ones. I'm not in charge of that.
Okay.
Not my problem. Appreciate whoever did. No, I just forgot. Yeah, I forgot. He wanted to drench me with water, and then I forgot. As we were going around the car, I was like, don't forget, throw them up in the air. And then I forgot.
Any more questions? Kyle, congratulations. Monumental day. Thank you for being
Yep.
here.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. With what? On his car. I tried. I'm half driver, half crew chief because I yell at the other guy who isn't crew chief and blame him when we're slow.